Hi, welcome to Fretz RV. My name's Pete Polloni, and I'm part of the sales staff, and we're going to go over the 31 UL Precept today. This is a 2019, and let's start with the front end. So you have access to check your power steering supply, your brake supply, filter for the engine. There's an oil dipstick and a transmission dipstick that you can check, and radiator fluid. All these are in easy accessible areas here in the front. It pops up, just lock in place. And we're going to go on and see around the rest of the vehicle as far as the storage that we have. There's storage, the next three compartments here. In front of the door with plenty of room. A couple of them go up and over so that you can store tables and stuff like that. This coach has the 22-inch wheels, so it's the can have more capability to handle more pulling weight and just easier drive. You have your outside furnace here with the intake and exhale, and you have your batteries for the coach and the propane fill and turn on and off here. You have a nice size awning that also covers your entertainment center that will shade it and also give you good vision on the TV when you're using it here. You also have an outside stereo. Play your favorite tunes. And then there's more storage underneath here with a low drain point for you to, when you're winterizing the vehicle, you can lower drain the low points to get most of the water out. This is your water heater. The access here, you have your drain plug under here for winterizing. It is electronic ignition, so you don't have to use a match or anything to light it. It's just push a button and away it goes. You also have a 110 system so that you can run it on 110 or propane. This is equipped with a 5,000-pound hitch, so you can tow a car or a trailer if you'd like. And there's wiring for the lighting too. The fill tank to fill your gas tank is right here, and it's easy. And all you got to do is keep remembering it's on the driver's side. So in this compartment is your electrical cord, which is a 50 amp service. You usually need to buy adapters so that you can adapt it down to whatever power you need. A lot of the campgrounds do have 50 amp service now, so it'll be easy to hook up. And it's all electrically automatic, so you don't have to plug it in when you're using the generator, which we'll get here in a couple minutes. This area is your main water system. So you have an outside shower, which can be hooked up here. And you have your flushing system for the black tank and your direct water hookup for when you're at a campsite. You also have controls here so that you can control your water to where it's going to work, whether it's on a self system with the water tank on board, or direct hookup, or if you needed to pull water from another source. Also, you can winterize. It has the controls for winterizing. You also have a filter in here, and then you have 3 low point drains for when you're winterizing. This is the access for where you hook your sewer hose up, and you have your 2 pull valves, one for gray and one for black. Here's your onboard power source. It's a 5,500 watt generator that will run everything on this coach. You do have 2 air conditioners, which that would run. And you have the generator can be opened here. And you have your oil fill here. You have your air filter, which you can change out. And you can also start the vehicle from out here. There's also 2 breakers here that if it popped a breaker, that's where you would come to reset it so that your generator is giving you power. Another storage, which also has the storage up and over. As we said before, you can put tables in there, so bigger items. And more storage. And the last compartment on this size, which is another small storage compartment. Whenever you're ready to travel, always make sure all your compartment doors are shut tight. And here's an example of one sticking. So you just make sure it's loose and then it's closed. So at this point, we're going to go inside. Before I do that, just your mirrors, your bottom head is moving by hand. It's a manual. The top head has a remote inside. So when you're entering the door, there is a screen door that you can close off and keep all the bugs out, but yet get fresh air. And you have a double step electric that goes in and out, and you can also cut off the electric supply so it'll stay out when you're parked. When you're traveling, it'll automatically go up off the ignition start. So when you start to open up your coach and get ready, you have your main power supply, which is right here. If you hit the button once, it kills it, and then that turns it on. You also have a power awning, which is very easy to use, just a fingertip, and it is rolling out as we talk. So we have the awning out now. It's a powered awning, so it just rolls out simply. It has shock absorbers so that when it rains, the water will run off and it will start to pool, and then it will compress down and roll right off. That's it. As we've talked before about the power source here, and then you have your controls for your interior and exterior lights are here, and you can also control the power step. What I like to do is just take a right on around. So we're going to continue on over. We'll go through the refrigerator. In this we have a residential fridge that gives you a lot of storage space, just like home. It also has an ice maker, so you have plenty of ice on your trip. Coming along, we get into our shower, and you have hot and cold running water with the shower head. So in the shower also is your skylight for those extra tall people to give them a little extra room. Right across is our power panel, which also is all our slides. We have 3 slides in this unit. There's 2 in the front and 1 for the bedroom. So at this point, we're just going to run everything out. So in this area, we have your thermostat for your air conditioning and heat, and that's the controls for that. And you have a light switch control here. You have a lot of wardrobe space here. And right now we have our pieces that come along with this for the extra bedding area and all the books for the camper. You have 5 nice sized drawers. In this area, 2 on each side, and then another wardrobe area. You also, your TV is mounted here, and it just lifts up for a little extra storage and another channel control. For the bedroom area, you have your shades for sun blockage, and then also at nighttime to completely block out the exterior. The bed has a little bit of storage underneath for the things that you won't use that often. You have your privacy pocket door. Close off. And then this door will swing to close off for the bathroom area of privacy. Okay, so on the toilet, it is a foot flushing, and it's a china bowl. You just push it a little for water and all the way down to dump. And you have your sink in here, and you have your light and fan control on switches. Okay. So in the kitchen area, you have a nice double sink with covers, and you have 3 small drawers on the side, and then you have a nice compartment here, and then another compartment here. But when you're traveling, this compartment is not accessible because the slides are in, so be thoughtful of what you want in there. Additionally, you have a 3-burner stove with a automatic igniter, so you can light the 3 burners at will. And you have 2 nice size compartments there, and then You have four more drawers here for odds and ends, and then you have the nice extra counter for preparation. You also have a micro convection oven, which is easy to use, and it will brown stuff if you want to cook. Moving on to the living room. The sofa will make into a bed. It's very easy to pull out. And there you can see the 2 seat belts there for travel. So that flips over, and this is an air mattress that will flip out and make into a bed. On this side, we have our dinette, which also has 4 seat belts. So this vehicle has seat belts for 8 people. The television just comes up out of the storage area. And what's nice, the driver and passenger seat will rotate, and the sofa so that they're both angled right at the TV. The dinette will break down to a bed. The sofa makes a double bed, as you saw. And then we also have a double bed up overhead, which will run down for you here. You have to release it first, then it's functional. Always make sure your lamps are clear. Also, the chairs, you need to swivel them forward so that there's more room for it to come down to the base. But it's very easy to use. Okay, are we? So you have your driver and passenger seat. They will swivel around, become part of the living room. You have a table that can sit between the driver and passenger. It's a nice size with cup holders, as you can see here, and very easy to install. In the driver's area, you have your steering with tilt wheel. Your jacks are there on the control board area of the driver's area, and your remote for the mirrors. And everything's pretty easy, very much like your car. You also have a computer table that can be used when you're traveling. And you also have windows that do open so that you can get airflow if you're not wanting to use your air conditioning.
God.
Additional things that I'd like to mention in the driver's area. First off, you have a generator start and stop that you can use there. So there's 3 places you can start the generator. One on the dash, one in the main control board, and one at the generator itself. We also, the mirrors, there is a camera on each mirror head so that if you turn your turn signal left or right, the will show the side camera so that you know if anybody's coming up on your side that you want to turn towards. Thank you for taking the time to look at the 31 UL Precept. Come to Fretz RV and see it today in person. Thank you.